to the live stream. I've got a weapon here. My absolute first airsoft gun. I've only been doing it, oh Christ, 4 or 5 years now. 4 or 5? Bloody hell. So not long. Not like the veterans out there, if you want to call them veterans. Yeah, out there that have got a mega amount of kit between them. Well, I just want to show you my my first little weapon of choice. This little puppy that I have still got and probably will never get rid of because it is such a good little gun, is a Combat Machine G&G Firehawk. Well, it was a Firehawk until I changed the muzzle on it. This thing's been abused. It really has been abused. Who's with us? How you doing, mate? You alright? Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Just going through my first ever airsoft gun that I will never get rid of. Never thought about getting rid of because unfortunately it has been put down a peg or two. But it is still my backup and always will be my backup. Yeah, G&G Firehawk. It's never let me down. It was good when I bought it, and it still is good now. It really is. It's the barrel on it is ridiculous. It's got no barrel at all. It's about 100 or so millimeters. But yeah, it does pack a punch. CQB environments, woodlands, anything you want to throw at it, it will do. It really is a cool little gun. It is really cool. AEG, obviously. Obviously, you guys know I like gas blowbacks, but my two main ones, my two backups, and that is this and my ICS CXP UK1 or Transform M4, which has been very modern, very custom. It is I've modded it to the max. It probably, you couldn't even call it an ICS anymore because everything I've done to it. But that thing's a beast, but that's for another video. I just want to talk about the people that are looking into getting into airsoft. You don't have to spend a fortune. You really don't. There's always that element of, oh, he's got a better gun, he's got more range, he's got more this, it's a better gun, he spent this much amount of money on it. It's not about the money. I need to stress that massively. What I've learned over the years of playing, it's not how much you spend on a gun. It doesn't make you a better player, it doesn't give you more range, it doesn't make it more accurate. And to be fair, a lot of people might disagree with me. I've got friends that have had TMs, they've had GHKs, they've had a lot, and my pug wants to be in the video as well because he's licking my arm, so we're just going to let him do it. But yeah, I've had friends with some mega guns, and they've used this. They've used my gas blowbacks, they've used my ICS, and they still go, Christ, that is still a really good gun. And this is bog standard. It is got nothing done to it at all, apart from the exterior, with the sight, the paint job, the foregrip. That's it. It is completely standard. So yeah, anyone who wants to get into airsoft, go down to your local airsoft shop. This did actually start out as a two-tone because I didn't have my UCARA license or defence license to get a fully black riff. So yeah, this started out as a two-tone. This is my two-tone, or was two-tone. Cheers, man. Cheers, thank you very much. It is a nice gun. It really is. Yeah, anyway, back to subject. If you're looking to get into airsoft, go down to your local airsoft shop or talk to people, Instagram, YouTube. Talk to people. Say, what was your first gun? I want to get into airsoft. Don't go for the best because you could end up spending an absolute fortune. This was 130 quid when I paid for it. It's just, you can get weapons at £100 and they work fine. They will work fine. You don't have to spend a fortune. You really don't. You can get, if you're not going to absolutely smash it every week, you don't have to spend an absolute fortune. You really don't. On kit, on weapons, on mags. I mean, my ICS, if I go to a skirmish that I know I'm going to be outgunned with people running high caps, my high caps that I run on my ICS are, I think they're SEMA. £10 a mag. 300, I think it's 300 rounds in the mag. It's the cheapest mag you could probably buy. They're nothing like the PTS ones or Magpuls or anything like that. They're just bog standard high cap mags, and they run fine, and they've always run fine. Wind them up and it'll do the full mag. A lot of people say, oh no, get flash mags, get really good mags because you'll wind them or you'll be constantly winding. I have not had that problem with the mags, the SEMA mags at all. And I need to stress this a lot because people are forced into buying really, really expensive mags for no reason. And it might be just, it might just be I bought the lucky mags, but I wind them up to the max till it starts clicking, and they'll do the whole thing. They'll do the whole mag. There might be a couple of BBs at the bottom. Obviously, high caps don't go full whack, but yeah, they work. I can't see spending a lot of money, and I'm so much about that. Don't spend so much money on a gun just purely because you might not like it, like especially like gas blowbacks. I mean, most gas blowbacks are so expensive. You've got the GHKs, you've got TMs and stuff, and I'm not knocking them at all. I've not got my hands on them, but I have had to play with like Titmans, WEs, the new S&T that I've just got. I mean, they're cheaper. You don't need to spend a ton of money to have a good weapon system. Where can I try? I'm not too sure. I mean, it's a G&G, so sorry, can't really help. So yeah, I've had a few messages from new players that want to start, or people that want to start airsoft, and they go, "Oh, it's expensive." It's expensive as you make it. You know, it's as expensive as you make it. Actually, I like gas blowbacks, so yeah, down that road, it can become quite an expense. So I've done my research and not spent a ton of money on a gun, because I've had a lot of friends buy a gun And I know a lot of people have bought a gun and the first thing they do is change it. They change the internals. So everyone raves about. I mean, I really want to get onto a GHK, or if there's a GHK user and a TM user, I really want to get in touch and prove me wrong. But what I've learned is you really don't have to spend a lot of money to be a good gun. I mean, I've got a couple of friends that were looking into VSC, the TM, VSR10, G-specs and stuff, and they were put off by the actual supplier of them, just purely because you'll end up having to spend so much money to make them really, really good, which is a bit of annoying because you buy a £200 sniper and especially coming from like a Tokyo Marui, you expect it to be spot on, and their other guns really are. The high-end guns like the DevGru, you got the Delta, you got the all them ones, the recoil shock ones. They are bang on. I've got a friend that's got a DevGru, so it is bang on. It really is a good gun, but it's modded. It's still got a I can't remember what MOSFET is running. Trigger MOSFET, Spectre, BS, something like that. But it has got a trigger MOSFET on it, and it does run really good. Same as my ICS, I've gone for a Titan in it, and it runs. It's an amazing bit of kit, but we'll go into that in another video. But yeah, so guys, looking into airsoft, you want to get a weapon. I still have my first weapon that I ever bought, and I will still use it. I used it the other week. My gun didn't even go down. I just fancied using this thing, just because it's cool, it's loud, it's really loud as well. For an AEG, because of the sound amplifier. This is not the original one. It's got two cutouts on the top and the bottom that make it really, really loud. But yeah, you don't have to spend a fortune. There's no point. So I really hope I hope people that watch this and are looking into getting into it, I hope this is a bit of a comfort that you really don't have to spend a really lot of money on a really expensive gun, because you really don't. And I haven't. I've done 5 years of airsofting and I haven't really spent. Well, I've spent a few quid on buying different guns, but I haven't gone for the top weapon of choice. So, and it proves it from the S&T, a brilliant gas blowback. I hope it holds up. I really do, because it just proves everything else. It's just for the label of other stuff. I mean, I as I say, I want all the guys that do run GHKs to prove me wrong, because I haven't actually used a GHK. If anyone wants to loan me a GHK for a run on a skirmish field, then I will. But I'm sticking to my not mega cheap, but my mid-range weapons, because they still do the job. They still very do the job. So yeah, I hope that helps everyone. Looking to get into this, message me if you want. You know, I'll help out. That's what I'm here for. I've got any questions about anything that I put up, or anything on my Instagram page, because I've got more up on it. Just message me about kit, guns, anything you want. I'll try and answer them as best I can. So, last one of the night, guys. Hopefully I ain't bored you too much. Have a good night.